And how are we all doing today out there? This is Temierus here, and I have with me today the game of Lurk. It is saying that it is a medieval horror fantasy action game. I emphasize all of the tags to see if they all fit in. There's one I kind of think doesn't fit just with all the screenshots I've seen. Hit new game. I'm gonna do that. I did also already poke in the options and I saw this view bob button. I'm like, I should probably turn that off because a lot of these games have a very nauseating view bob, I'm noticing. But I said, you know what? No. For completionist's sake, that's probably not how that's said. I'm gonna roll with it. I decided we're gonna leave that on and see how it looks first. If I'm about to vomit uncontrollably all over my microphone and keyboard and the miscellaneous 40k projects that I still have sitting on that keyboard, I still have a bunch of Handful guard bits and Victoria Mini guard bits, and there's some Tyrannid bits and a full squad of Gene Stealer cultist neophytes. That's all just underneath my microphone right now. I don't have a very tidy workspace, I will freely admit that. That's enough rambling, let's hit new game. Is that options screen gonna go away? I think it's somewhere in the far lands. I can't get my mouse back to make it go away. A band of mercenaries ride to their next job. You, Mercer, are one of these men. It is also the night of Baelor's eclipse? I believe it's Baelor's eclipse. I'm very sorry that this option screen is in the way of the dramatic text that's giving us our
Peter,
horrifying.
what's wrong? You're shaking.
I didn't realize there's voice acting.
It's just, of all the nights we'd be called out to do a job, why does it have to be the night the moon turns dark?
You mean the night of Baelor's moon? It isn't just an ordinary eclipse, you know. It's said that once every millennium, the moon subsides into darkness, then unleashes demonic horrors of unspeakable proportions onto the world.
Is it supposed to calm the guy down?
Come on, Barta, that's not what I need to hear right now.
What about you, Mercer? Scared as well? Mercer! Have you fallen asleep on your horse, fool? What?
I think the options menu is attacking. Biodynamic Games presents. That's the developer of the game. The game by Arman Karshinaz? Probably butchered that pronunciation. Lurk. There's the name of the game again. I have to say, for a $7 Unity game, that voice acting was a bit better than I thought it'd be. Granted, I didn't even realize there's any voice acting at all, so that was a surprise. Can I have a cursor back so I can make this options menu go away, please? I'm trying to get it back. Wow, this is really ruining the ambiance. Oh shit, I don't know if I'm gonna... There we go. Okay. I got it to go away. Alright. It is very dark. And there's one spot of light, which is right underneath where we are. Should I go towards the light or away from it? We'll go towards it. Sneak. There's a torch button. Do I have a torch? I don't. There's a compass button. Do I have a compass? I do, I just can't see it. At all. Eerie noises. That looks like some blood to me. Click to use/interact. It says torch 0. That concerns me that this means that all the torches are limited and I'm gonna have to keep finding/making torches. Okay. Well, the store page tells me I'm trying to investigate what happened to these guys. There's a note. And so it seems we have been trapped to suffer and die at the hands of Baelor himself. For our fallen brothers, I choose to write my last words with hope that we may be avenged. Travel north to the monastery. You will find what you must do there. Search the monastery to the north. It's in red, so yeah. It's a weird inventory. Like, what's the cross down there mean? We'll probably find that out, I guess. So this is the north. All right then. We don't have a body, but that seems a usual thing that happens in a Unity game. It's actually a lot of games that happens in. I mean, shit, you have to mod Skyrim so you can see your freaking feet. Which, the thing that always confused me on that one is I keep seeing people recommend all these mods that do all these really in-depth procedures to get it so you can see yourself in there. And all those mods are all mods being run by people that would already be running SKSE, the Skyrim script extender. There was one mod I found in there that had barely any downloads, barely any endorsements, barely any likes. It adds like one line to SKSE so you have a body in first person. You don't have to run any compatibility patches, you can put whatever armor mods you want on there, and you can see your body with an armor. I could not for the life of me understand why people did not try to use that one more. Alright, that is enough rambling about Skyrim. The whole reason I'm doing that is because Brian has been trying Skyrim again, and I've been helping him mod it. Granted, he's doing Special Edition, now I've done all my modding on regular Skyrim because, well, I'm a slave to SKSE and SkyUI, so I'm kind of stuck there until that becomes further developed on their end. There's this blue ball here. So I was not as prepared to explain things for Special Edition because I didn't know. Game saved. Lurkers. That's what the villagers called them. They hide during the light of day and kill in the dark of night. I can't tell you the last time I went out at night without a torch after hearing that. Barda. I don't know who Barda is, but that sounds wise. Oh, you goddamn ball of stupidity. You burned out my torch. Well, now we're going to die. I don't have this compass out. I don't need this compass out. There we go. I've relit my torch. I don't have anything to place at the pedestal. I have blood. I could put blood in the pedestal. That would summon some demons. Because there's supposed to be demons here. Those are really high arches. That is an impressive feat of engineering right there. Right then. So I'm gonna guess those are just save pedestals. And we have rain. So far, I do have to say, this does feel better constructed than what I was expecting for a $7 Unity horror game on Steam. I mean, you don't have to dig far to see why I think that. I have several horror games built in the Unity engine that I've tried up on this channel even, and they are pretty shoddily put together. Let's go ahead and save here. Lord Stachys of the Farlands entrusted cadavers to protect his burial from grave robbers at the time before his passing. Cadavers serve as guardians of the deceased and harness demonic powers used to break down those who tamper with the corpse of whom they protect, psychologically. History of the Farlands. I don't think whom has an E in it. Alright, well, I have seen horror movies and know not to go in the cemetery, so I'm gonna not go in the cemetery. I really shouldn't be going to the monastery either, because those are also notorious to have demons in them. And I don't have anything to do demon purging. Well, I guess I have faith in the Holy Emperor. That should be enough to purge some demons. At least that's what Inquisitors tell me. Let's light all of these. Sounds like a good idea. I'm sure it definitely won't summon any demons. What's this here? This looks fairly demonic. Balor's eclipse, every millennium terrors from an unknown dimension are summoned by the god of torment, Balor, in order to invoke Balor's eclipse. Once the eclipse has been conjured, Balor will be free to unleash torment upon the mortal world as he pleases. The only way to end the eclipse is to challenge Balor inside the dimension he resides in and to survive whatever trials the god demands. The double hash kind of confused me there. The dimensional pillars of Balor's Shrine must be activated in order to transcend our reality to another. Additionally, the four stones of Soul, Crimson, Void, and Plague must be found and placed on the shrine in order to possess enough power to challenge God. I'm going to go with that's the thing that we saw. So I have to get these gems o' power. Oh yeah, there's a spring. I should figure out if we have a nonsensical stamina meter. My time is short, so I'll make myself quick. There's an old monastery to the north in the Farlands. I found out that the Soul Stone, one of the 4 gems of power, is still hidden atop one of the old structures there. If your company were to ever come across that place in your travels, then I'm sure you could fetch yourselves a hefty price for that gem. Unknown convict. That sounds like a trustworthy person. So let's see here. Old monastery north of Farlands. Ah, damn it all. I forgot to turn up my fans. Hang on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my HDMI cord's going to shit. If I forget to turn up my fans, the GPU gets hot and it starts having the screen short out. And that's exactly what happened there. It went to black on me. I really need to fix that because that's a really cheap fix I can do. I mean, half the fix is me just being smart and remembering to come over here and turn these fans up. Might get a little loud, but that's the price I'm gonna have to pay. Normally Unity games don't make my heat that much of an issue. That's unsettling. Anyway, so I need to keep going north, I think? Or is it on top of one of these structures already here? Because I am at the cathedral to the north. Well, there's some mountains. Okay, it doesn't really feel like we're sprinting. It feels more like we're kind of briskly jogging. Okay. I have to confess, people. I didn't realize that this happened while I was recording, but I just played this game for 20 minutes and had absolutely no commentary recorded over it. I'm sure for some of you are like, thank God he was silent. But unfortunately, that's not the end result that you're getting. I have no idea why, but out of nowhere, OBS just assumed that my microphone was unplugged, even though Windows saw it was still plugged in. It still had its light on and everything. So I plugged it back in, and then it was super silent until I started messing with the audio a little bit, and then it was recording again. So the audio might sound a bit different now. So there is some advancement that happened in the game here that I will have to go back and explain to y'all that we lost, because where we were last in, I was over there at that cathedral. So the first thing we did was I came over here into this mud swamp, and there was a farmhouse, and it has what I'm calling a poo monster running around inside of it. Well, not inside the farmhouse, he's running around the farm. If we see him, I'll be able to explain why I consider him a poo monster. If we do not see him, I'll just have to put up something. I did not run into this before. This looks like a terrible idea, but we're gonna do it anyway. Oh my god, it's one of the gyms. Okay. So, how I ended up getting that gym is when we went to that farm, there was a well where we had to find a bucket, and we put the bucket into the well, and then we had to wheel the bucket down in the well. There's the poo monster. So the reason why I call him a poo monster is because he doesn't have a face. He just has a swirl, which reminds me of the anime style of drawing poo, which is a little swirl Which was really funny when Bobo came to the States and the American shirts. See, there you go, you can get it. I'm gonna run now so we don't have to redo all this, because he does pick up pace. Oh, he got us. Damn! Ah, screw you, poo monster. So yeah, that was really interesting when Bobo came in, and there's the guy that has a head that's supposed to be poo, but because us Yanks didn't understand that, they drew him as soft serve ice cream. And basically modified everything for him to be a soft serve ice cream head person. Oh cool, it saved us getting to the gym. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and sprint and get away from the poo monster. We've seen the poo monster. I've been able to explain why I believe he's a poo monster. If you are not satisfied with my explanation as to why he's a poo monster, too bad! I believe him to be a poo monster, and I'm the one commentating. You're just gonna have to live with that. Yes. Ultimately, because I'm gonna try and make this a bit shorter than what I had before, because that was half an hour, and this game's a lot of walking and nothing. That's my big complaint with it. There's a lot of walking with nothing other than the occasional eerie sound. There's just nothing. And I find it unfortunate. So we're going to head south because I want to go ahead and just immediately put this gym into those pedestals. Oh, we didn't actually have to go that far. I thought we walked longer to do that one. I was wrong. That is something I am perfectly fine being wrong about. So now I have to figure out which of these I put the gym into. Looks like this goes in that one. Works for me. Alright. Oh. Reignite the torch. There we go. Renew the torch. That does actually seem to have an appreciable effect, so I'm not just doing that just because I could do that. Right, so what happened next, I'm not going to redo it because it's really grayed out and actually really boring to watch because it was really boring to do. But you run to the cemetery and some of the headstones have these little letter number combinations. I haven't figured out how they correlate into a puzzle yet, but I'm sure they do. The corpse there in the middle, though, he's missing a sword, and we're going to go off and try and find a sword. And I believe we do that by going this way, which will end up running into some magnetic rocks. Ultimately, though, this game, this type of game still really isn't my cup of tea, and this game's not really converting me into this genre of games, where there are these ambient horror exploration games. But with that said, I do think it's actually alright for what it is, because it knows what it wants to be about. It's been 4 hours since the first attack, and I've yet to reunite with any surviving members of my party. Though I've given up hope that I'll ever see my friends again, I was able to find out that the order in which the runic symbols at Baylor's shrine must be pressed. I have one piece of the order here in my tent, while I've hidden the others in the following places. North, under the wooden bench behind the monastery. Okay. Southeast, attached to one of the wheels of the wagon belonging to the party. Alright. Southeast, in a cart of hay next to a hut. Okay. Oh, that's our other order. Okay. So sword is second. That's the flag moving around there, right? Yeah. Why did he take the time to post a flag? I can understand why he took the time to pitch a tent, but why did he take the time to post the flag? That's not making any sense. I do also realize I wasted cloth because another thing that we end up finding out is to the left you can find pieces of cloth which you can use to reignite your torch on the go. And to the right, those are healing potions. Oh, this is going to end horribly. Well, I will sneak since we're in the dark, because Mr. Zumbo over there is not that friendly. He's not a friendly bloke. There's a torch spot in the middle, and I do believe that this maze of rocks is where that sword's hiding. We unfortunately can't see it, but I'm calling them magnetic rocks because as soon as you get in this area, your compass starts going crazy. It's just spinning every which way. It doesn't know which way is up, which way is left. But yeah. What I was trying to say earlier, I keep tangenting off into other things because I keep getting distracted. I'm trying to get caught up, and I probably shouldn't be bothering doing that. It's not like you guys have seen the stuff that I lost. It merely exists in the ether somewhere. But for what this game is, it knows what it wants to be. So if the kind of more ambient exploration horror game is more your speed, because this one feels like it has actual effort into it, and like I said, it knows what it's about. I would say even when it's not on sale, its average price is actually $8. I'd say give it a try. Why not? This seems like a decent enough one to give a shot. It's definitely had some surprises for me. The darkness is still kind of annoying. That's partly why it's not my cup of tea, just because just the sheer darkness of it all is annoying. Oh, there's something laying over there. It's either a victim of Zombo or it's Zombo taking a nap. I think I can live with either. And if we look at this, how long has it been since I lost Arthur? 2 hours? 2 days? I've lost track of time since entering the crags, and now I can't tell what's real or not anymore. Were those things that came after me just a dream, or could they have been real too? Have I lost my mind here in the crags of elsewhere? What is that? Is that a stick? How do I use the stick? I might be able to use the stick to fight off Zombo. I seriously have no idea what this stick is about. This is new content I'm braving through right now. Yeah. This feels like an alright $8 Unity horror game. It's not gonna be fit for everybody, but horror seems to be a genre where the particular subsets of horror, either you like it or you don't, and it's really hard to change. At least that's what I've come to the conclusion of. There is a building over here. That guy was lost in there for 2 days? The exit was right there. What a loser! What a loser! Alright, I'm done taunting the dead man. Let us enter this building. Torch! Break that open for another health vial. Sword. I bet that's the sword for the dead guy. Damned royalty, curse them to hell. Half of my men lost in that dead bastard cemetery. All for what? Some jewel that doesn't exist? Whatever the case, his broken sword's purpose certainly wasn't the key to the Lord's treasure. To those foolish enough to look for this gem, you'll only get yourself killed for a lie. To mud. I don't know if I disagree with that guy, honestly. Light that torch. Break that box! I really vigorously break these boxes. Oh, there's a bit of cloth. That is a useful item. Alright. Yeah. I'm actually glad that I don't regret getting this one, because trying to trudge through Steam to find a video for today, that was an exercise of patience, because holy shit, this stupid Peach Beach game, I forgot the first two names of its name. It's something something Peach Beach. It's anime bikini girls running around shooting each other with water guns. That's supposed to be $40 and has $238 or something ridiculous like that of individual DLCs, which ended up clogging an entire Steam store page worth of potential games to play. Do people seriously drop that kind of coin for games like that? I just can't see the sense in it. I mean, it's one thing if that water gun game has, like, the most amazing shooting competitive multiplayer mechanics to it, but I have a feeling it doesn't. I have a feeling it's all about just watching absolutely ridiculous, painful for the person they're attached to, proportioned anime boobs just bouncing and flopping around everywhere. Can you not find that stuff on the internet for free? I don't get it. It does not compute. I don't know if that's a normal reaction to have to a type of game like that, or if I'm thinking that purely because I just don't even understand the whole sex thing to begin with. But yeah, that was annoying. I should get my compass out because we're back at the start and I'm getting a little lost up. Break the box. Ooh, vial and cloth. Nice. Nice. That was useful. I actually went ahead and posted a Steam review for this game because that's not something I keep doing with these games. Why am I venturing forward? I need to bring that sword back. Because I haven't been constantly doing with those games just because, well, I was trying to offer some potential critiques that I thought could be helpful, and people didn't respond well to it, and then I just kind of thought, I'm like, is this really actually worth the effort to keep trying to place reviews for these Steam games when I'm doing these videos to look at the games? And I'm like, nah, maybe not. So I actually went on to put on a Steam review just saying exactly what I've said in this video. Game's not my cup of tea, it's not normally a thing I'm after. Doesn't feel like the most amazing thing since sliced bread, but for an $8 Unity horror game, there's actually effort placed into this. So guys that made this game, thank you for actually trying to apply effort to that engine, because it needs more games with actual effort applied to them. Because a Unity game can actually be decent when you've applied effort to it. Alright, let's reignite this torch. I think we're going to go deliver the sword, and that'll be enough. By this point, you guys should know whether or not this game is for you. And if you think it might be, I'd say go ahead and just get it and try it. Just go ahead and do that. Just because, like I said, I feel the guys that made these actually put some decent effort in. If you're telling me it's a big ol' asset flip, well, at least it's a unique one. And if it's a bunch of pre-bought assets that they used, at least they went in and they used them in a constructive sense that I'm not sitting there thinking, this is all a bunch of pre-bought nonsense. Which is exactly what you should do if you use a pre-bought asset. Okay. Whoa! He has sunk into the ground. Oh my. Crimson under the dying sun, the outcast travels south. Beneath this scarlet sky rides the leper, whose compass now faces west. Hours to days with no end in sight, moving northeast by nightfall. Bound to darkness it journeys in, the heading reads north. Huh. Well, I have a feeling that currently, there's going to be a monster riding around. So 3 northeast. Do these move? No. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with those numbers. There's probably a monster roaming around in the Gray Cemetery now. It's going to be out from my mortal soul. I actually want to make the Gray stop because I do find it a little bit annoying. But again, that's just partly why these games aren't necessarily my cup of tea. Okay, so 2 north, 3 northeast, that's what that one said. It sounds emanating from the middle thing that we just got up. Renew the torch. Alright, we're gonna watch me bumble through a puzzle. And either I'm gonna succeed at the puzzle or I'm gonna be brutally murdered by a monster in here. One of those are gonna happen. And then the video will end. If you're still here at this point, Like, seriously, thank you. You're freaking amazing. I really appreciate you hanging around this long. I mean, if you like it, there's like buttons to let me know. You can always subscribe and see more of these. They come out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of just trying out some game on Steam. And, well, I guess if you disliked it, you can hit the dislike button. But if you're here this long and disliked it, why the hell are you wasting your time like that? Just hit that dislike button after the first 5 seconds you realize you hated it and move on with your damn life. But, yeah. It's all appreciated. Even those dislikes. Because it reminds me that I am an insignificant worm of a human being. Okay, I think the order was 2, 3, 4, 1? Something like that. Whispers, can you confirm? 2, 3, 4. I can't reach 1. 1. Okay, that wasn't right. Then maybe it was 2, 3. 4. Guys, seriously. Cadaver people, I returned the sword. Like, why are you trying to kill me? I helped. God. Like, seriously, man. Seriously. Jeez. Jesus Christo. I actually don't remember the button to take the potion. Is it Q? No, it's R. Glug. Hey, how about... Asshole. How about you try and be helpful, alright? What was the code? I think it was... God damn it, will you stop? No? Maybe it was... God damn it! You son of a bitch! Is this just a red herring? Are you just yanking my chain? Huh? You get some sick pleasure out of watching me just press these buttons? Is that it? For the love of Christ! God! Ungrateful, stupid, vengeful spirits of death! What's wrong with you? Jeez!